I really started getting interested in being healthy, eating healthy, keeping in shape, making sure I exercised when I was in my early 20s. All my life, I enjoyed watching people. I was fascinated by people. I actually wanted to be a psychologist. And one of my favorite pastimes is to people watch, to observe people. And one of the things I noticed when I was younger is when people hit their 40s, a lot of them were so out of shape. They had gained a lot of weight and they started having medical problems. They would have diabetes, or maybe they'd have a heart attack. They would have a scare that would make them want to change their lifestyle. But because they had been eating junk food for so long and being unhealthy for so long and not exercising, it was really hard for them to do it and to do it consistently. So I realized back in my early 20s, I was like, I don't want that to happen to me. I am going to make it a lifestyle now. So in my 20s, I started learning about exercising. I used to be a bodybuilder, do bodybuilding. And another thing that I witnessed too is watching my grandma, my grandma Evelyn and her husband, Grandpa Bert. They used to go metal detecting and they were semi-active. Well, at one point she sold her home, he sold his boat, and they ended up moving into a trailer park. They were still metal detecting a little bit, but after a while that kind of stopped. And all they did was sit in that trailer all day long. They weren't exercising. They weren't eating healthy. Most of the time she was eating TV dinners, anything she could pop in the oven real quick or in the microwave. Sometimes they would go out to eat, but it would be someplace like Mimi's. It was not good, nothing healthy, not a lot of fresh produce. So watching them, they've just slowly deteriorated. My grandma had multiple knee surgeries. Bert started having medical problems and he actually ended up passing away with the medical problems. And it was just really disheartening to watch. So that was another one. Like, I do not want to end up like that. I want to, like I said, make it a lifestyle where even when I'm in my 70s and higher, I will be working out. I will be eating fairly healthy. I will be taking care of myself. So I started bodybuilding and reading muscle magazines to get some diet tips. And I thought I was eating pretty healthy. I was still having peanut M&Ms in the afternoon, sometimes to pick me up, or caffeine in the morning. But so I was getting energy spikes. Well, it wasn't until I was, my late 30s, maybe early 40s, that I was really having trouble with my energy levels. I was tired all the time. Caffeine wasn't working anymore. Neither was the sugar, not the chocolate. And what really, really woke me up was when my son was, I want to say like 6. It was a beautiful day, beautiful summer day. I'm wearing the summer dress. I did have I knew I had a little weight going on in my midsection, but I was okay with it. I'm like, whatever. I was just living. And like I said, it was a beautiful summer day, and I'm walking to the mailbox to get the mail, and my neighbor was there. And he looks at my stomach, and then he looks at me, and he looks at my stomach, looks at me, and then he goes, "Is there something that you and Motzi are going to be telling everybody? You're going to have an announcement?" And I was horrified. I was like, "No, I'm not pregnant." Wow. What a wake-up call. So that really, like I said, that really woke me up. And about this time, I noticed that I can't remember where I saw it, but there was a lady coming to talk about hormone health, because not only had I gained a lot of weight in the midsection, My hair was getting thinner. I having brain fog. I was my cycles were out of whack, and I was just a hormonal mess. Things were just, I was feeling yucky overall. So I was like, and I figured I was perimenopausal. And I think that's what her topic mostly was about, perimenopausal and hormone. So I was like, I'm going to go check her out. Very grateful I did, because she taught about how eating protein along with your carbs will help the energy levels sustain. It doesn't do the spikes. Like if you have carbs by themselves, you have a spike and then a crash. The protein kind of helps level it out. So I did that, and that actually helped a little bit. I actually started having some nice energy levels, not having the spikes like I was. And I started cutting down my sugar, which helped a lot. And I noticed a difference right away. About that time, I quit eating sugar altogether. And wow, it was difficult for the first couple of weeks. I was thinking about the first week, but I had more energy than I ever had in my life when I started cutting out the sugar. It was amazing. And then when I started integrating more fruits and vegetables in my life, more energy, and my skin started clearing up. My eyes had a little bit more sparkle to it. My hair had a little bit more shine. And I was just feeling good overall. It was really amazing. So not too much longer, I learned about IIN, Institute for Integrated Nutrition, and I took the course to be a certified health coach. So grateful I did that. I learned so much. That's when I started learning about smoothies and how being healthy is not so much just about the food and the exercise. It's also your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. There's so many aspects, your family life, your relationships, how that affects your overall health, where you have to embrace it all and really take care of all those areas for you to have a healthy life. So that was amazing. And through the years, I've tried paleo for my son who ended up having Crohn's. We did paleo for a while. We did a simple carbohydrate diet. We did vegan, vegetarian, not so much at my family. I did vegan. I did vegan for 2 years while I was recovering from Lyme disease. And I actually felt really great being vegan. And I did some of the Anthony Williams and medical medium tips through that. And anyway, through the years, I have taken the best of paleo, the best of keto, the best of vegan, and integrated that into my diet and what I am doing. And I don't eat clean 100% of the time, because that's not healthy either. We learned that at IIN, because you don't want to be obsessive about your diet either. That's not healthy. You want to be able to have some play with your diet. Like say I eat like 80, 90% clean, 10, 20% not clean. When I was on vacation for a week with my husband, I ate whatever I wanted, did eat some vegetables and stuff and some clean things, but for the most part, I was like, I'm not worrying about it, because I just wanted to enjoy, not stress about food, and enjoy myself. And when I was doing my journey through Lyme and recovering, because I got where I could only eat a few amount of foods, I realized then, I was like, when I recover, I want to be able to go to a party and eat whatever they are serving. If it's pizza, I'm going to eat pizza. I'm not going to worry about it for that meal. I'm just going to relax and enjoy myself, because it was more important for my mental health, my well-being, to live in the moment and enjoy being with people and just enjoying the moment, because the more happy hormones you put in your body, the better your health is. It really, there's so much science behind that, that those happy hormones and being in that place of joy and happiness really helps your overall health. And like I was saying, one of the things I realized when I was going through my healing journey was that eating the right nutrients was going to be beneficial to my healing. It helps build new neural pathways, it helps rejuvenate your cells, and it gives your body the nutrients it needs to do what it needs to do for you to heal, for you to have your best life. And like I mentioned, Anthony Williams, a medical medium, one of the things I learned that was fascinating was that blueberries, wild blueberries specifically, help with brain fog. And I kid you not, after I got my first bag of wild blueberries, I used to have brain fog so bad that I would be right in the middle of a sentence. I would say like a couple of words and forget what I was going to say. I would blank out and like that, could never get back to what I was saying. It was so scary. I thought I was getting Alzheimer's. So what was amazing, after a day or two of eating those wild blueberries, that was almost gone. I was able to complete sentences again. It was amazing. So I'm a very big proponent of eat your wild blueberries. And so I've learned a lot through him. I've learned a lot through the other diets. And the reason I'm sharing all this with you is because of what I have gone through and what I have learned from all these diets. I feel that I have a well-rounded education and experience to help you with whatever your dietary needs are, to help you figure out what is going to work best for you. And I'm not going to say that my diet, eating just like me, is going to be best for you, because everybody's different. I have friends that eat more fat that works for them. But if I eat that much fat, it is not good for me. Like, I have to have sweet stuff for breakfast. I need the fruit, the oatmeal with the fruit, or a smoothie in the morning. If I have eggs and bacon or eggs and savory, I feel blah. You know, it's just like, it doesn't give me energy. I do better with the fruit in the morning and then have the savory later on in the afternoon. But what I like to teach people is the simple, clean eating. And you can do that with any of the diets, because paleo, like I said, when I learned with that, that's eating pasture-raised meats and lots of healthy vegetables. And with the vegan diet, I embraced a lot of fruit. One thing I liked about Anthony Williams, it helped me enjoy potatoes again, because potatoes have been given a bad rap. And everybody, like, they're unhealthy for you. They are so good for you. He talks about them being antiviral, and you just make sure that you eat them with simple ingredients and don't have them processed. Not like French fries. I do eat French fries once in a while, but not all the time. You can bake them, you can fry them in a pan with healthy oils. There's a lot of ways to eat potatoes that it's good for you. So like I said, I've spent many years learning all the different methods of clean eating. I've learned how to read labels. I've done tons of research. And now that I have all this knowledge, I want to share it with you. I'm excited because when I was doing DNRS, we really couldn't talk about food because it could be a trigger for somebody. But now I'm switching from working with people with DNRS to working with moms that are 45 and older that really want to have a life full of vitality, and eating healthy, eating clean is one of them. If you would like to learn more about clean eating, please join me in my challenge. It's Goodbye Fatigue, the 7-day clean eating challenge for vitality. You can register at teena.com/challenge. I will also put it in the details below. And come join me. It'll be lots of fun. I'll be popping in daily to give you some tips and inspiration. We're going to have a great kickoff call and a wrap-up call. And the first 5 people that register get a half-hour strategy session with me at the end of the challenge to see what you need to work on a little bit more to go forward and make it a lifestyle. So thank you so much for being here. Share this with somebody else if you think they could benefit from this. So have a beautiful day.